Hey, Nikki. I'm gonna need someone to let me know if they can hear me. Every time I come on this thing, my microphone says no sound detected. But I think it's coming through. You can hear. Okay, thanks. Sometimes it's like really clearly coming through, and then other times not so much. Let me know if it's bad quality though, because I think I'm talking through my microphone, not my computer. I think you can tell when it's through my computer because it's like you hear the fan. How's everyone doing? Great. I'm excited. I'm nervous because I don't know what to expect. This is all new handwriting. We're starting off a diary written by a 17-year-old woman. And this is a cool set of diaries that we have here because we start off with, her name is Georgiana. We start off with her diary from when she was 17. And then from then on, we have a mix between diaries written by her and diaries written by her future husband. They sort of mesh together in a very interesting way that I don't want to give too much away, but my diary detectives, they know there's something really cool about this set of diaries that I can't wait to get to. But this is the very first diary. It's tiny. I can actually, while we're kind of coming on, I'll grab it. And I can show you actually a few of them. These were actually donated to us by a man named Dan. He read the article that the Cedar Rapids Gazette wrote about the Weatherman diaries, like our search for his descendants. And after reading that, he emailed me and he said, oh, well, I don't know anything about this guy, but I have these other diaries if you're interested. And he just donated them to us to research and to eventually get back to descendants, hopefully. This is the one that we're about to start. It's very small. Each entry for every day is half a page in this tiny little book. So I don't know, maybe we'll make it through more of the diary in each like reading that we do, or maybe it will be about the same. I'm not sure. Her handwriting is definitely similar to Edna's, where I think we'll be like reading hers quicker. Hi Audra. Hey everybody. You know, I meant to email Dan to tell him that we were starting today, but I don't think he has TikTok anyways. So I'm going to email him with the recording, and then if he has TikTok, he can join us next time. But yeah, I totally dropped the ball on that one. But yeah, we have like a few diaries. They span from 1895 to about 1907. They're not every single year, but we get a nice like range, and we'll have a lot to go through, which is great because the Weatherman diaries, there were 3 of them, and they went by way too fast in my opinion. So it's cool that we're starting off a new story, and I mean this time we do know a little bit more about the writers. We're starting off with some info. Like last time when we did the Weatherman diaries, we knew nothing except that he was from Iowa. But we know a little bit about this guy and this gal. I have on my website, I've started a like people in places and events slide. That's kind of what I did with the Weatherman diaries. It's just easy for me to kind of paste things in here, so that's what I'm doing for this one too. And we'll update it as we learn more. It looks like we have a lot of information, but we really don't have much yet. We know that I can see if I can. I actually learned how to quickly zoom in. I feel like an old person. Okay, there we go. So this is Ralph Slippy. He wrote some of the diaries, not the one we're reading right now, though. The first diary from 1895 was written by his wife before she was his wife. Her name is Georgiana Newton, and eventually she's Georgiana Slippy. We don't have a picture of her yet. Hi, Pat. We only have a picture of her grave. We have some information. We know a little bit about her parents, but hopefully we'll find a picture of her too. I think because he is kind of well known, hopefully we can find information about him in the newspaper and eventually find her. Thank you. I will save. We're starting a brand new document now. So this is Ralph Slippy. He wrote some of the diaries. Again, Georgiana wrote a couple other ones, so it's going to be like a mix. I spelled mayor wrong here. He was the mayor of Waterloo, Iowa. I think it was, yeah. From 1936 to 1946. He was actually a weatherman, which is kind of funny because the last diaries, we called him the weatherman because we didn't know his name and he talked about the weather a lot, but this guy was legit a volunteer weatherman, and he actually worked with Georgiana's father. I think that's how maybe they met. Hopefully we'll learn about that, because the first diary is in 1895. I believe the next one is in 1901. It's a little confusing because some of the diaries say a year and then they've crossed it out and put a different year, so we'll have to just figure it out as we go. And then they didn't get married until 1903, so maybe in this 1895 diary she meets him. I don't know. We'll see. But these are some pictures of Ralph. We've got quite a few of him. That man's Slippy. And we don't have any of Georgiana yet, but hopefully we will. So I can get started whenever. It's good to see you guys all here. I'm glad you're excited for a new story. It's definitely a mixed like emotion for me. Hold on, Erin is sending something in the Discord. I didn't open it yet on my computer. Oh yes, so we have a family tree started too. So I think that I'm going to open it, Erin, because that will be useful, I think. In the very beginning, we might be spending a lot of time researching as we go, because a lot of you, if you were here in the beginning of the Weatherman Diary, you know, like, it was exciting to figure things out piece by piece, you know? And that's where I'm excited to start with this one. Okay, so this is... Oh, okay, I know. Slippy. Okay. Thank you, Erin, for making this, by the way. I was looking around it last night, too, trying to add some info about his second wife, because I think it doesn't seem like he and Georgiana had any children. And the second wife has children listed, but I'm not sure if it was with him or with just from a previous marriage or something, so we got to figure that out, because eventually we're going to try to find descendants. Yeah, Erin does a great job on this ancestry stuff. There were a bunch of pictures I saw. I must be on the wrong... Hold on. Let me look on her family tree. Here it is. Isn't that cool that we start this off with so many pictures of family? So this is on Georgiana's side, which is perfect because we're starting with her. Okay. Oh, and we have her mother. Okay, cool. I didn't even see that. I saw the father. This is Georgiana's mother, so maybe she looked a little bit like her. Pretty sure it's from her first marriage. Yes, that is true, Rachel, that he would have been in his 70s. I wasn't even thinking like that. But yeah, hopefully we can find anyone, even like a nephew, like, you know, descendants of a nephew or something. Checking before I go to an author talk about abandoned towns. Well, that sounds really cool, Allie. Enjoy that. I mean, Ralph will never replace Todd. That is true. Something interesting. Todd and Ralph were born... Is it the exact same year? 1881? I'm pretty sure. People and places. I think it's 1881. He was either 1881 or 1880. Todd. Yeah, 1881. They were born the same year. Exactly the same year. So that is so cool. They were alive, following the same path of life at the same time. But we get the story from, like, Ralph's younger life instead of Todd's older life, you know? Very interesting. What is Todd's... I'm just curious. Todd's actual birth date. Oh, it's the September, right? September 20-something. Hold on, I gotta find him. I don't know why it started off in a weird place in the tree. I'll search him. Oh no, that was, sorry, his death date was in September. His birth date was January 25th, and let's see, just curious. Oh my god, Ralph Slippy was born 4 days before Todd. That is cool. They're like living life right parallel to each other. That's awesome. Okay. So we're not like, the great part about this is we're moving on to a different story, but it's still in Iowa. They're exactly the same age. That is very cool. Within days. And then she was born in 1880 also. I thought she was born earlier or later or something. Okay, I think I found a different date. July 15th. Thought she was a lot like older than him or something. I don't know. I'll have to, maybe it was someone else that I was looking up yesterday. I was trying to get a little bit of background info, but again, we don't really know much about these people. But I'm excited. Everyone who's here, you're getting the very first peek. Well, I guess not the very first peek, because we had a meeting, a Diary Detectives like Patreon meeting, and they saw it first. But you guys are seeing like the first reading and typing. How many miles apart did they live? Good question. I'm not entirely sure where Ralph and Georgiana lived during the diary yet. We found a couple of addresses and they moved. I can look up, oh, here. So, no, that's LaPorte City. That's when she passed away. Do we know? I mean, he was the mayor of Waterloo, but that was later on in his life. But I could look up, you know, we'll find more, but maybe I could look up Waterloo, Iowa to Fairfax. Because actually I think he would be in Waterloo at the same time that Todd's diaries took place. So when Todd wrote his diaries, they were about an hour away. And it looks like Waterloo is a bigger city, like Cedar Rapids. Cedar Rapids is bigger, but you can see it's like a bigger chunk on the map. Yeah, I know. It would be so cool to see some familiar names. I don't know if we will, because it seems like the Fairfax, like, townsfolk are very intertwined, and I'm not sure that, well, I don't know. I don't know if they'll expand outwards, but we will see. Okay, so this is the tiny little first diary. I'm going to get started because I'm excited. So we have her signature here, and this is already so much more than we had with Todd, because we didn't even have his name. We had to like put all those pieces together. So it looks like she signed it Georgia, but everywhere we've found her name, it's Georgiana. So maybe she just goes by Georgia as a like a shorter name. And actually, this says Waterloo, Iowa. So this is leading us to believe, I have not read this diary either, no. We did briefly look at it as a group, my Patreon subscriber group, when we had a video chat together. But we didn't, like, we only read a few pages. We didn't, like, start it. So we just got a little taste. So this says Waterloo, Iowa. So maybe she started off in Waterloo. I feel like they moved somewhere else. And we had, like, looked it up. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. But I feel like they were living somewhere else, and then they came back to Waterloo when he was mayor. But we will see. There are actually addresses in the other diaries, but we'll just take it, like, piece by piece, you know? This is, I just like looking at the opening pages. I think that's very cool that this was published in 1895, and it's so detailed. There's even, like, on some of the other pages, I didn't really take pictures of it, but they have, you know, in the beginning of old diaries like this, they have, like, the tide charts and conversions, like, measurement stuff, and they have these really cool tiny little pictures, and they're so delicate. I'm just making this a little smaller so that you guys can see the full page. Okay. More upper class family? Good question. I don't think we really know much yet about that. We do know that her dad, Georgiana's dad, was a engineer, I want to say, but he was also like related to the weather. Hold on, I have it in here. I don't really know much about these people yet, but we did know, I didn't put it in here, of course, it's in the other document, but he was like some kind of engineer or something like that. And so I think maybe she came from an upper class family. I don't know. I don't know about Ralph. He definitely looks like a distinguished gentleman. That's what we call Claude, our fluffy cat. We call him a distinguished gentleman. Oh, thanks, Audra. I'm glad you think it's fun. I think it's so exciting. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is not the actual diary. This is what I'm going to put the typed out diary entries in on my website. I already have like a link for these. So I think since this writing is so small, you guys will have to tell me if you would rather Yes, I do have a passion for it. It's so fun. And it's gotten even more intense since I started sharing it because so many people are actually interested in it. It makes me very happy. You'll have to tell me if you want me to zoom in to each day because they're smaller, or if you want it to be like more zoomed out. I don't know what's easier for people to read on phones. I could also move my, yes please, zoom in. Okay, like that I think is as far as I can get without cutting it off. Okay, so what do you think this means? W-E-A-T-H-E-R. It says weather. But I don't think... Is it actually weather? Why would it be broken up like that? It's interesting that it's that word. I'm just going to start writing... I just write out the full day. Oh, weather and then therm means temp, weather and therm. Okay, yeah, maybe. I'm just reading it like weather. Yeah, it must be two separate. Oh, that's weird though. Maybe were they supposed to write it like, maybe they would, oh, you know what? I don't have my, let me just edit this for a second. I want you guys to be able to see my cursor on here. I think now you'll be able to, yeah. Even though my cursor is a little tiny thing, but maybe they were meant to like fill out right here what the weather was and then the temperature or something next to it. That's very interesting. Thank you, Gouda. I love your screen name. All right, so we can see that her handwriting is pretty easy to read. So it says, was spending my vacation in the country and came home this day. I think in the 1895 diary, we're going to get a lot more like proper language. This day, 12 miles. May Osborne, I think that says Osborne, called on me. Cold in the morning, warm in the afternoon. Okay. And to be honest, I haven't done much research trying to find a picture of her yet. I was going to just kind of let it happen. We do have her gravestone, and I'm thinking we need to find out what what county is Waterloo, Indiana. Iowa. I keep saying Indiana. Black Hawk County. Okay, I think I had seen that. So Black Hawk County, and when we go to find a grave now, we can try to look up these people in Black Hawk County. So, I think this name is going to be kind of popular. It was much easier with Fairfax because there is a Waterloo, Indiana. Okay. I didn't know that, but I'm going to use that as an excuse. I think he was a mayor in Waterloo, Iowa. But maybe we should check that. I think it's Iowa. Okay. Anyways, May Osborne. We're going to look up Black Hawk. No matching locations. I don't have any other information on her yet. Not enough, I don't think. Maybe it's, okay, yeah, it's 2 words, that's why. I doubt I'm gonna find her just by this. Yeah, and she probably also maybe was married after, so I'm just gonna probably leave that for now. But we have a person mentioned May Osborne on the first day. Yeah, Iowa, thank you. I think more current affairs will be mentioned since they're in politics. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe. Thank you, Jerry 7. Okay. I don't know what the best date format is going to be for this one. It's different. Looks like they just have Wednesday, too. Maybe it only says the month once. Went to school. After it was out, went to the river to see them skate. Little crossover there because in the 1917 diary that started this whole thing, she talks about like going skating a lot in the beginning, so that just kind of brings me back. Cold in the morning, warm in the afternoon. She has lovely writing. Yes, I agree. It's very beautiful. She was 17 in this diary. So it's 1895. She was born in 18... Wait, was I right? Because, hold on. I found 1878 as her birth date. And I remember that from yesterday. Yeah, because her gravestone says 1878. We have 1880 in the family tree, but that's close enough, I feel like. So she's 17 if this is her... I know, so meta, reminiscing about someone else's memories. That's so true. And strange. It is weird. So she's either like 17, 15, she's like around there. A lot of people's birth dates back then, ooh, sorry, I don't know why that is there. A lot of people's birth dates back then got all kind of mixed up. Like, oh, I know why it did that. Sorry. It did that because I closed the window. There we go. Yes, a lot of people guessed their ages, and a lot of records they guessed, like, about 1880 they were born. You know, it's hard to find specific stuff. Like, a lot of the census data was all just, when you look back that far, it's like, oh, they were about 20 years old, or about, they were born in 1880. Okay. Thursday. Oh, I guess it's going to be like, it says January on the first day, but not on the second day on the page. I don't know. I got to think of something consistent because it's going to drive me and you guys crazy. I hate that when it comes to a census, such and such a person, age 20 years in 10 years. Yes, I know. I've always wondered why people write about the weather in diaries. Yeah, and it seems like it's a pattern for sure. I think people had different reasons for it. Like some people were farmers and they needed to keep a record of the temperature and the weather for practical purposes. But it seems like everybody wrote about the weather back then. And nowadays, that's like the cliche, like the thing you talk about when there's nothing else to talk about, the weather. So I guess that's an eternal concept. Went to school. Snowed in the morning and got colder in afternoon. Mary came over in the evening. It's always cold and rainy here and with the occasional storm. So you could write when it's cold and rainy, you can say nothing unusual today. Went to school. 4 degrees below zero. Today. Or this morning. Grandpa came up and we went home. 12 miles. I wonder home from what? School? Who's Mary? I don't know. We have May. May, that definitely says May, I think. So we have May and Mary. We don't know. Maybe, this is the weatherman. Hold on. We don't have any siblings yet. I don't know if that means she didn't have any siblings or if we just didn't get to that yet. So, maybe we'll find out more. We always do. Unfortunately, in the beginning of the story, we don't have many answers. More questions than answers. Okay. Cold, misty, and disagreeable day. Oh my god. If you guys, the people who were here for Todd's diary, They use that word often to describe the weather. That's cool. Have you said how old she is? She's, I think, about 17. She's between 15 and 17. Good question, Nikki. There's one left. There's one kolache left in the fridge. But I've been eating them for breakfast. They're delicious. Cold, misty, and disagreeable day. Help wash dishes. Ironed. Okay. Did kids walk to school in that cold weather? I don't know. They're not married yet. No, this is before they're married. They are married in 1903. Ironed. Got or get dinner. I don't know if it says got dinner and wash dishes. I think it's probably get because it seems, I don't know, it seems like it's a mix between past tense and present. We do, Allie. So you're getting at what I was like hinting to before. We actually have multiple 1903 diaries, so it's going to be very interesting. I live in the Midwest and winter has lots of disagreeable days. I love that phrase. That's so funny. It's great that they both used that word. And they're talking about the same weather. Like Iowan weather, man. Okay. Help wash dishes in the first sentence. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wash. Yeah, I just forgot the H. Okay. Went upstairs and laid down there then. It's definitely like when you start reading someone else's handwriting, it takes a little while. Then went, even though it's kind of simple to read, it's just, you know, down and got the mail and came home. And help get supper and do dishes. She's definitely a very run-on sentence kind of girl. Then we sang. Sang? And then I went to bed. I wonder what they sang. It'd be cool if she said what and we could look up the song. Okay. Also, different way and cadence she writes, which would also be new. Yeah, definitely. Just reading it, I feel like it's very choppy. She definitely. I'm gonna try to say that in my head instead of cuss words. Oh, what? It's a disagreeable day. Yeah, it is a nicer way to say today sucks. I helped wash dishes and then got ready and went to church. And SS, probably Sunday school, 8 miles. Taught my first SS class. Interesting. Nellie taught Sunday school too. Help. I wonder if she's also writing so choppy because it's a tiny little diary and maybe she's trying to like save space. Do you want me to make this text bigger, by the way? Anyone? Can you read it okay? Or I can, there's actually room, so I could make it bigger. Help get dinner and done the dishes. And then mentioning the distance is interesting. Yes, it is. And then I came home and yeah, 12 miles. She's very interested in the distance between places. Cloudy, foggy, but warm. Okay. Maybe she was counting her steps. Yeah, I wonder if she... Hopefully she mentions how she gets to places, because I hope she's not walking. Okay. I know. Do you only stream on TikTok? Right now I only stream on TikTok, but I've been talking about switching possibly to YouTube or something. I have a Twitch account, but I haven't used it, so I don't know what works best for people. It seems like most people who, you know, follow me are on TikTok, so I've been streaming on here, but I don't know. Especially with this newer diary, maybe I'll try to do both. I don't know how that's gonna work though. But I upload all of this stuff, these recordings, to YouTube. Yeah, I do. I have a Twitch, but I've never used it though. If I can figure out, Ian's gonna help me build a computer, because right now I'm doing all this from my laptop, and my laptop does not like it. So if I can figure out how to, like, build something that will stream on multiple different platforms at once, I will do that. But it'll get confusing with the comments, though, which ones to read. Alright, I went to school, cold all day. Wrote a letter. Thank you, Allie. In the evening. Ooh, to PF. Who's PF? It's not Ralph Slippy, that's for sure. You missed the start. What's the new diary? The diary is, you know what I'll do? Hold on. I'll keep this open. Can I do that? Like in another tab. This is the front page of the new diary, or the cover. And it's written by a woman named... Oh my god, the cats are running around like crazy. It is written by a woman named Georgiana Slippy. Well, she's Georgiana Newton right now. But she marries Ralph Slippy, who wrote the other diaries. Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm reading comments and trying to also find my way back to here. You would love, love, love to watch on Twitch. Okay. Maybe I'll figure it out. I'm just worried that other people won't be able, like, won't have Twitch. This is the oldest diary you've done. Yes, so far. This is the oldest one so far. So it's written in 1895, and she was, like, in her teens, late teens. Thank you, Rachel. You're awesome. Rachel's keeping a list of all the names. PF. What a mystery. I love it. Okay. And I go live for everyone who's new. It seems like more new people are popping in, which is great, because we've been doing this for a while, but we've been on the same story, and now we're on a new story, so it's the perfect time for people to jump in. But I go live every single Wednesday, pretty much, unless something comes up. Oh, I didn't know that. Ads come up on Twitch live streams? I'd also like to be able to do, like, multi-guest. I know you can do that on TikTok. I want some of my Patreon subscribers to come on with me. I don't know, your eyelids are being disagreeable. I don't know if, YouTube allows for multiple guests or Twitch. I'm sure it does, because Twitch is, like, the main streaming platform, right? Ads come up if you're not a sub. If you sub, no ads. Okay, do you have to pay to subscribe, though? And that's, like, why you would get no ads. Good night, Colleen. I'll post the recording. I'm curious. I'm definitely, like, interested in moving to a different platform, because I feel like with TikTok, especially lately, it's been really, like, up and down. Like, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it just decides to show me to nobody. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. TikTok is perfect. Okay. Well, also, though, if, you know, how TikTok is constantly, they're talking about banning it. So, if that happens, we're gonna have to go somewhere else. You can get a maximum of 4 minutes an hour of ads, so I'm pretty sure it isn't that bad. Okay. And I'm wondering, the $5 must go just to Twitch, right? Like a Twitch subscriber membership? Or is it like something that would go towards the creator? Because I have a Patreon. It's 50-50, okay. Because I would hate for people to have to pay just to see it. I like the Patreon because it's like a choice, you know? But I guess I could try that. Sorry, I'm like moving things around. A percentage of it. I'm not even concerned about me getting any of it. I'm more concerned, like, I don't want people to have to pay just to see the lives. But anyways, I'll look into it. 16 degrees below zero in the morning. Went to school. Was some warmer in afternoon. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 month free to sub to a Twitch account. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I don't know why I would know that, but that's cool. Maybe we'll do a test run soon. I assume Twitch has some better features to make it a little bit easier, hopefully, for the creators, because I feel like I've learned this TikTok setup, but it's not as easy. It's like always updating, and every time I log in, something's not working, so you don't need to pay. Okay. You just pay to support the streamer and skip the 30-second ad. Okay. So maybe I'll think about it. Is it hard? Like, do you have to have... You must have to have a Twitch account to watch? And is it usually people streaming at certain times doing, like, things like this, like events for a certain amount of time? Or is it usually people streaming, like, for hours and hours just doing this and not really talking? I don't know. Maybe I need to actually get one and watch other creators and see. Because I always think of it like Twitch is for video games. You don't need an account. Okay. Okay. But you do to chat. Okay. Because I want it to be accessible. I know, like, TikTok you need an account, though, so I guess it's accessible. Does anyone dual stream? Anyone here? Hi, Cosmina. Does anyone do TikTok and Twitch at the same time? Because maybe we could phase out and, like, slowly move there. 2 degrees below zero. Went to school. Went downtown. You know many that does. Okay. Oh, you guys are so helpful. After school. Maybe I'll do both then. If I can figure it out. I just don't want to, like, break my computer either. Thursday, January 10th. And I want to be able to easily read comments and stuff. And I feel like there might be people commenting on both and I won't know. And I don't know. I'm just a little nervous. I hate trying out new technology things. Many streamers dual stream. I remember you actually told me to do that a while ago. Use TikTok to funnel people to Twitch. Okay, funnel. Went to school. Warm and pleasant day. Went riding after school. About 4 miles. Went riding after school about, parentheses, 4 miles. Interesting. You can have one of them on the computer and one on the phone. Oh, okay. I just, setting it up on my phone is complicated. Because I have, like, the desktop running. You like it here? When there's no glitching. Yeah, I know. I agree. When there's no glitching. It's been better, but last week really made me mad. Because last week I came on to do, like, a celebration at the end of the Weatherman Diaries. And I'm sorry for all of you who probably didn't even get the memo that it just wasn't working. Like, I could not get back on the live. It like, dropped off the service when I put the kolaches in the oven. As soon as I did. Because I came downstairs to, I forgot, like, to get something. And then when I came downstairs, the internet dropped off. And then I wasn't able to get on TikTok. I tried it on my phone. I tried it on the computer where I'm wired in. It wasn't working. It wasn't letting me in. So I really did try to get back on. And I, like, felt so bad. And I was so mad. Ian was trying to help me. And that hasn't happened in a while where it's been like, there was just nothing I could do. Yeah. Oh, you had a hard time finding me tonight. Yeah, we have a new diary. All right, January 11th, Wendy. This one's written by a teenage girl. And in the next few diaries, she actually gets married. So it's gonna be very interesting. Wendy. I don't know what that says. Something and very disagreeable. Snowy. Yeah, thank you. That N threw me off. It looked like a U. Cold. Underlined. Love it. What an attitude. Went, oh, now not underlined. Oh my gosh, why is it so small? What? To school. Ironed after supper. Swept and dusted. I don't know what to do with her ands. My room. Froze my ear? Froze my ear? That can't say car. It's 1895. Grown, I know. Right, Emily? Went to school. Grown. Maybe because it's so cold. Yeah, she froze her ears off or something. Maybe it's like a little saying. She lived in Iowa also, Lisa. She lived in Waterloo, Iowa. Ooh, we have another person. Why is it making this tiny when I... Okay, there we go. We got the cats a new little toy, and they love it. I can hear one of them. It's Claude. He's so cute. It's like one of those things that the balls go around and they hit it and it keeps going around and around and they're obsessed with it. He's laying on the ground right now, hitting it. So cute. We've become crazy cat people. What does the weatherman... Oh, what does... I said weatherman because I'm so used to that. What does W-E-A-T-H-E-R on each page mean? I don't know. We think maybe it means like weather and like thermometer or something. Like what's the weather and what's the temperature? I don't know. There's worse kinds of people to be. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright. 10 degrees below zero. Fair and cold. Received a letter. Oops. Not relieved. Oh my gosh. I can never spell that word. Oh, I said I'm a crazy cat people. Crap person. These are those worst kinds of people. That's true. Yeah, it is a clever way to split up the word weather. And that's why when I saw it, I was like, oh my god. Like, we keep getting these references to weather. I know that old diaries just tend to talk about the weather a lot, so it's kind of like rigged. But, you know, the last one we called the weatherman. This one, the guy she marries literally is a weatherman. Like, actually, which is so funny. And now this, like a little, I don't know, it feels like a little, like a wink. Thermograde? Maybe. It might be. That would make more sense. Because thermometer doesn't really make sense, so. But, like, maybe it's something to do with the temperature, so thermograde. I wonder if we could look up, actually, next Anglesey stream when. I don't do any really Anglesey streams. I do more, like, videos on her, but I can if you guys are interested in that. Thermostat, maybe. Once I finish this entry, we can look up the type of diary and see if we can find that info. But received a letter from EB. Rachel, we gotta write down EB now. Seems like we're not gonna get much information from her. Went downtown and up to Mary's. Okay. Got it. Awesome. Let's look up. This is the Excelsior Diaries, I think. I don't know how exactly we're going to find out, but this is cool. This is someone else's diary that's the exact same opening page. Cool. But this person here didn't write anything for the W-E-A-T-H-E-R. They didn't write that either. I don't know how I'm going to find out, but it is cool, all of these older diaries that, you know, were mass produced. It's cool to, okay, here, this person did write something. Let's see if we can zoom into it. No, maybe not. Okay. I think cold snow. Yeah, they wrote what the weather was. This one, yeah, that's the temperature. It's like, yeah, there might be. You're right, Nikki. I should probably look there. Just Googled. That ther means temperature, thermometer. Weather means weather. Okay, cool. Yeah, I bet in the beginning of the diary it probably does kind of point that out. But, okay. Up to Mary's. Sunday. Yeah, I haven't done any Anglesey streams because I've already read through that diary. I just do the newer ones because it's the first time I've read through it and I type it with you guys. But if you have any like questions about that one or stuff you want to see about that one, I have it. Like I always have it with me, so you can always ask and I'll pull it out. 9 degrees below zero, clear and cold. Wrote a letter to Louise to Auntie. So I don't know if that's Auntie Louise or if that's two different letters written to do two different people. Let's look for a Louise. I don't see any. On either side, I don't see an Auntie Louise. But we also have not, I don't think we've like updated this tree completely. I think it's just starting to grow. So I wonder if there's anyone on, no, that's Ralph. So that doesn't even make sense. It would have to be on these two sides. I don't see anyone just yet. So is it an area in Iowa? Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Her diary transcript isn't on the website because that's like my baby project. So I haven't put that one up, but I share it with videos. I know. That one I'm a little more protective over. Maybe Louise is a cousin and she sent the letter to Louise's mom. Yeah, possibly. Or it could be Louisa. It could. I don't know. Maybe it is a town. Oh, there's a Louisa in Iowa? Okay. So maybe I will... Oh, you know, I wonder... We don't know enough about these people yet to, like, be able to look... You know, soon we'll start hearing town names when we look them up and stuff. But it would be cool if one of these people, their information said Louisa. Illinois, I don't know. We'll keep looking. Oh, thanks, Rachel. You're awesome. Okay, Monday. It's so hard in the beginning not knowing anything, you know? It's always nice to go, oh yeah, that person's from here. That makes sense, but it's kind of just guesswork in the beginning. Went to school, snowed in afternoon. Went downtown after school. I'd love to see, I want to find a picture of downtown Waterloo in the 1800s. Normally, when I would be looking for this, I'd go to like, trying to think of like the main websites that I would go to. I'd like to find, what do they call it when it's not copyrighted anymore? What do they call it? Public domain. I like to find public domain images when I can so that I can use those in my videos. But, so I might go to like, Library of Congress or Wikipedia Commons. But a lot of times I don't find what I'm looking for. It's too specific. But, Waterloo, Iowa, 1895. Oh, good night. Thanks. I won't forget to save. And I will upload the recording on my YouTube page. I don't know. Usually I actually have a better way to search through this than clicking like this. But yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. So, Waterloo, Iowa, 1895. We'll just search Google and see if we can find anything. We've got old maps. We have like a old postcard. That's cool. I like all those old linen postcards. North Star egg case. Okay. Of course, railroad. Yeah, so we'll find more pictures, especially as she mentions specific places. We can look them up, but I just love to find pictures. Yes, we'll have to join Facebook groups, Rachel. Hopefully they'll let us in. We did not have good luck joining Iowa Facebook groups. All right. Good night. Went to school. It snowed in the afternoon. Wait, I already got that one. That was a short one. Tuesday, January 15th. That's funny, Emily. I forgot about that. Maybe they allow recipes in Waterloo groups. We tried to join, for everyone who doesn't get these like inside jokes, on the Patreon subscriber group, we have like a Discord where we do research together. And they were like part of this journey of me trying to join all of these Facebook groups for Fairfax, Iowa, because the diaries that we were reading before, for a long time, we didn't know any descendants. We didn't have information that could get us to any descendants. So I was trying to join those Facebook groups because I knew like that town goes way back and people would probably recognize the last name and be able to get me in touch with descendants. And oh my God, it was the hardest thing ever to get into them. They kept rejecting me, and I would like tell them, you know how when you join a Facebook group, you have to answer the questions and everything. So I would explain myself in the questions. They would like block me. It was terrible. They thought I was trying to get in because they were like, oh, this is Fairfax, Iowa, not Fairfax, Virginia. And I was about to answer her and say, I know, I want Fairfax, Iowa. That's why what I'm looking for. And she blocked me by the time I could answer her. So it was gone. I know, I bet they wish they accepted after the article. They probably never even saw it. But then there was like this we were looking in the group, and there's a few different Fairfax groups, and it's just like any other town Facebook group. It's hilarious, the drama. And there were a bunch of people who were mad about the group because someone said like, made a remark about like they wouldn't allow her to like post her recipes or something. I forget what the specific comment was, but it was so funny. If you're not getting in, no one is. Yeah, I just sometimes wish like she blocked me before I could even reply. I was like, no, I have a really good reason, and I knew that the family would be excited to hear from me. Like, I knew that this was probably going to be something they were, like, wanting. But, of course, I know. They just thought I was a spammer or something. They just aren't technologically savvy, I guess. They must have thought I was just, like, a bot. But then I also tried to, like, every avenue, and you guys remember this, every way that I tried to get in touch with anyone in Fairfax flopped. Like, it was so frustrating. I tried to call the library, email the library, no one responded. I tried, she's just like, yeah, I'm trying to look for their social security numbers. Every way. And then finally the Cedar Rapids Gazette, they answered my email, and then they wrote the article, and that's how I finally got in touch with Todd's great-grandson. And right now, I'm taking pictures of those diaries so that we have a copy, but then they're going to get sent to him. So they're going somewhere with someone who will appreciate them. All right, here we go. The 15th, went to school. I want to know where she went to school. Fair and warm. Went riding after school about 3 miles. Interesting that she always puts it in parentheses. Went over and went through the new engine house and jail. On the west side, near the meat market. Yes, Jim is a lovely man. I can't wait for him to have them. Oh, and he did get back to me. I had asked him. Thanks, Joanne, for the follow. I had asked him because we were making kolaches as like a celebration. I'm like, have you had, what did you send? I can't even see that. Meat? Oh, the meat market. Okay. I was like, what? I thought it was meat and ice cream and kolaches, Emily. I asked him what his favorite, like if he ate kolaches, first of all, if that was a thing. And he goes, yeah, they're really popular over here. And I said, what's your favorite flavor? And his is apple. And I was going to make his favorite flavor, but I'm not a huge fan. I don't think I would like the apple. And I had a bunch of jam in my fridge. I was like, I want to just make it. And my favorite was the blueberry jam. It came out really good. It was like a Maine, like the state of Maine blueberry jam that I put in the middle. All right, so we can figure out, I'm assuming she's talking about Waterloo. You know, my research process is a little bit more long-winded. Like, I feel like I don't want you guys to have to sit here watching me do, this is just how I would normally do it. I would look, Emily, I made blueberry jam, blueberry jelly, and strawberry jelly. Because that's just what I had. And all of them had the cream cheese filling. That was very good. So you put like the cream cheese filling in the middle, and then you put the jam on top. It was delicious. Went into a few bakeries here to find someone who made kolaches. Couldn't find any. Yeah, my friend actually, when I said I was making kolaches, she's like, oh my god, I love those. She actually commented on one of my videos. I'm like, wait a minute, you've had them? Where? And she had them in Texas. They're like a big thing in Texas. But they're different. They're more savory in Texas. Like, they have them as breakfast things. Like, sausage, egg, like that kind of stuff in it. But I made the more sweet kind. Okay, what am I looking up? I'm looking up, I don't know what I'm going to be able to find. What is this? I want to find, like, the new jail and the meat market. Is this Waterloo? But what part? I don't even know. Index to buildings. What year are you? 1909. Okay, could we look up, like, the jail in here? They've got churches, courthouse, city hall, hospitals, news, parks, squares, hotels, public schools, boxes. Oh, location of fire alarm boxes. Oh, interesting. Theaters. Wait, she said in the west side. But I don't know if this is the whole town. Prospect Park, that's interesting. That's like, in Brooklyn. I don't think I'm going to be able to find what I'm looking for just by randomly looking around, but... West Texas, that's the kolache capital. Yeah, and Audra, you're from Texas, right? Yeah, that makes sense, Chris. Texas has large Czech communities as well. Totally makes sense. Why they would be obsessed with kolaches. We don't have them around here as far as I can tell. Unless there's like a special bakery, probably like a Czech bakery or something. I've never seen them. Okay. Banks, cemeteries, chapels, churches. Colleges. It would be under public buildings, I would think. Did I miss it? Building, streetcar waiting room. Yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna have to look more. Rachel, why don't you add that to our list? The diary detectives can find more info about. This is a lot of clues. The new engine house and jail. So that would be like the fire station, engine house, and jail on the west side near the meat market. Maybe we can look. Sorry, normally I don't do as much of research like this in one sitting, but I wonder if we could look up engine house. Maybe we can figure out just by looking at this what our go-to newspaper is going to be. Hopefully we have one. Pretty much all donut stores have them here. Yeah, it was very much like a donut. Oh, thanks, Rachel. Hold on. Is it about the engine house or is it about kolaches? Ah, the engine house. Nice. You probably did exactly what I was just about to do. Cool. And the jail. So this is where she went to visit. That is very cool. Okay, hold on. Let's take a closer look. I wonder if we can figure out now which meat market it was. The dedication of the new engine house last evening called out a big crowd. Fine supper, program, and dance. Wonder why she went there. Just to tour it? That is cool. Oh, someone's ringing the doorbell. I think it's Ian. I'll be right back. I'm glad I didn't just ignore it. Yeah. It was Ian. I should have left him outside in the cold, interrupting me. Okay. I'm definitely going to save this. I'm going to do something good that I never do. I'm going to take the picture now and stick it in here. So that we have it. Because I always don't do that. And then I have to go back and I never do. I know, so rude. Okay. Thanks. That was an awesome article to find. Cedar Rapids Czech local color includes tasty, sweet poppy seed. Ooh, poppy seed. That's yummy. I like poppy seed muffins. Okay. Went to school. Fair and warm. Went downtown. After me a lead pencil. I wonder if that means she went to go buy a lead pencil. That's interesting. That's cool. A lead pencil. Yeah, like I went after, and actually, the reason why I thought that is because I've been listening to my Grandma's Diaries, the podcast, and she says that a lot. I went after, like, and in one of the recent entries, they were talking about it, actually, so that's cool. Like, oh, I went to town after a blah, 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 like, went to go buy it. Went to school, fair and warm. That's gonna be, like, her catchphrase, I guess. Went in the country at Louisa. Maybe it is Louisa. It doesn't look like an A, but it sounds like a town now. We always have to keep in mind, too, that sometimes they don't spell everything exactly correctly. Or maybe over time, the town changed names, because this is 1895, so it's a long time ago. Didn't have any school on Friday on account of graduating exercises. Hello? What?
This was also came in the mail for me.
What is it?
I don't know. An ornament?
Okay. So it wasn't an accident?
No. Maybe, or maybe it was.
What does it say?
It just says Old World Christmas.
Oh, well, open it. Wait, that was on a separate...
Yes, it was in a separate box upstairs.
Yeah, that must be...
Ooh, Claude, I bet you like this stuff.
Your grandma's on here. I think she's still here. Grandma, did you send us a Christmas tree, or was that Ian's mom? Rachel says hi, Ian.
Hi, Rachel.
Windy, snowed, misted. Yeah, I don't know if she's still on here.
Well, it's a cat. So.
Went to Jake Fikes or Fines. Yeah, you're gonna have to give your mom a call.
Also the glitter.
Oh, your grandma is here.
Oh, yeah.
Did you send us an ornament in a Christmas tree, or is that from Ian's mom? It doesn't have a name on it. It was just on our doorstep today, a giant Christmas tree. Went to Jake Fikes and got a ice saw. 6 miles. Went down to Aunt something. We could probably figure that out because it's an aunt, so it looks like an A. It might be ADD, which is interesting. And stayed to supper. I think that says stayed like that. I don't know. Was at the store. Okay, let me just quickly flip to our... We have an Aunt Angelette, Anna. Doesn't look like, ends. Claude was playing with that thing. It was so funny. He was just laying on the floor. I don't see an aunt. It could be Aunt Ange, yeah. I have an old diary where she spells stayed that way. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's like an older thing. I don't know. Yeah, so that must say stayed to supper. Oh, bless you. I think I might put A-N. I don't know. It doesn't look like A-N-G either, though. It looks more like A-N-N than A-N-G, but it looks like A-D-D. Or maybe... Oh, hold on. No, that's part of the 6 miles. I was going to say, maybe this is part of the letter. I guess we'll add that to the list. And it will probably make more sense. Because it's possibly an aunt that we're missing. Because we've just started this family tree, so it's possible that we don't have everyone yet. Or maybe we'll find out she has a nickname for someone. Or maybe she's talking about a great aunt. Like sometimes that's the case, that it's actually a great aunt. Cold went to... Oh, sorry. Mr. Curves 8 miles. Went to store after the mail. Okay, Sunday, January 20th. Foggy and misty. Went to church. 8 miles. Came home 18 miles? Doesn't that kind of... Oh, 12 miles, thank you. Yeah, I guess. That makes... Because she says that a lot, actually. That's what she said before, thank you. 12 miles. Looks like 18. Hello. What you doing?
Just watching.
Okay. Mike is waving hello. This is how you see the chat. We've got 47 people watching you right now.
Wow.
It's a floating Ian head. Do a trick. Okay. See how they can see everything? It's all set up. Monday, January 21st. Actually, Ian, why don't you read it?
I can't read that.
Try.
Monday and
Windy.
I was trying.
You got Anne.
Well,
I'm giving you a hint. No, I'm giving you a hint. What's the third word?
downtown.
Because it has to do with weather. Windy and...
Oh, windy and I don't know. It looks like it says e-growing to me.
Snowing.
Oh, snowing. Went to school. Went downtown. Wrote a letter to EB.
Ooh, EB again.
Electric boat.
No, we don't know who EB is. I don't think it's that. This is 1895. This is a 17-year-old girl about in 1895. Isn't that cool? He's like, sure. Went to school. This is Ralph's birthday and they haven't even met yet. Yeah, that's true. Maybe they have met. Can you stop that? If she was like Edna Jr., she might have had an electric boat. Electric boat was her first thought as well. Oh my gosh. Wait, isn't electric boat local to us?
Electric boat is
It's in
General
the Warwick?
Dynamics. Electric boat is in Groton, Massachusetts.
Groton.
Connecticut.
Groton, Connecticut. My husband swears I'm making stuff up when I read him an entry of a diary. Yeah, it's crazy because it doesn't seem so different. It's from 1895 and she's still doing the same thing. Like going to school, coming home, making dinner, talking about the weather. No, not electric bow. No, totally different meaning. That is very true. No, electric boat. He's into like boats and submarines, so that's why he knows that. Because they do submarines, right? Electric boat?
Yeah, they build submarines.
They build submarines. Oh, there's other locations as well.
Yeah, I know.
He knows. He's always watching things about submarines. Went to school. Cold. In the morning, but it grew warmer. Fair. I don't understand the miles. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, Andrea's great-grandfather used to work there.
Oh.
Nice.
Electric's been around for a while.
What?
Electric boat?
Yeah. Right now we're in January. We're at the end of January. In 1895. This is a new diary, and it's a girl who's like late teens. She hasn't mentioned anything about her parents yet, no. But she said like my room, so she's obviously living with them, I would think. She talked about her grandfather. And yeah, I think the miles is like it must be just how long she traveled to each thing. Each place, but I don't know if she's walking or she says riding. So we'll just have to see. 7 degrees below zero. Ooh. Went to school. There. I can't believe people are doing anything when it's that cold. Wrote a biography. Oh, at school she probably had to do, oh, what days can I catch you reading it? Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern. So I don't know what that means to you, but I come on here at 6 p.m. and I'm in the Eastern time zone, so. Yeah, like a book report. That's what I'm thinking, Rachel.
GMT minus 4, right?
GMT minus 4, says Ian. What is the... Oh, there's no, like... I was gonna say the military time.
There's Zulu time.
Yeah, what is it in Zulu time? So that everybody can be on the same page.
Zulu time is +5, I think.
But that's like
it's
universal, right?
It's East Greenwich Mean Time.
Sometimes Ian talks in military time. I know, Emily, I would never describe below zero as fair. She wrote a biography on Louisa May Alcott. That is cool. I wish I could read it, what she wrote. Went to school, fair and cold. Went down, I can't type. Down. Went to Mark Spencer's and spent evening. I know.
It's 12 a.m. in East Greenwich Mean Time.
Oh.
Greenwich
Thank you.
Mean Time, I mean. I don't know why I keep saying East Greenwich.
You think it's a C? I think it might be an S, though. Spencer's. It looks the same. But, it could be that she spelled it wrong. We could figure it out. We'll figure it out eventually. We'll find Mark Spencer. Marks and Spencer's. It's Marks and Spencer's. I don't see an S after Mark. I see M-A-R-K. Oh, Marks and Spencer is a shop in the UK, but we're in Iowa. I don't know if they have them there, but that's good to know. But spent evening, I don't know if she would spend the evening at a store. We could look it up and see if there's a Marks and Spencer's in that area, but that's cool to make that connection. Okay, Friday, January 25th. Snowing. Went to school. Did they eat all the rest of their food?
Yeah, they ate their wet food, yeah. I'm gonna go to Chili's with Dan.
Right now?
Yeah. In like 30 minutes, actually.
That's late. Don't you have to get up early?
Yeah, but...
I first thought Marks and Spencer's, but I figure she means a person since it's not the UK. Yeah, I don't know. And has it been around that long? I don't think so. Not sure. I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out. It could be. There's no reason for us to think it definitely is a person because we don't know anything about the writer, so once we learn more. Just at first search, there's a Dr. Mark Spencer. Okay. Four degree, I guess, 4 degrees below 0. Fair and cold, drifts 2 feet deep and higher. Went riding about 5 miles. Went downtown. First sleigh ride I had for this season or a year. Oops. Meant to scroll down here. Sleigh ride. I wrote 40 letters. 40 letters for Mr. Eaton on... Oh, I think she's getting paid on West Side and got... I think that's like a $1. Right? I mean, it looks like it just says number 1, but I feel like she's saying she got paid $1. Do the kitties want Ian to bring them to say hello? Claude will let him. Can you come bring Claude over to say hello?
He just went on top of this
Oh,
tree.
he's on top of the cat tree. Come here. He's coming. Come here. Fluffy boy, come here. Basil, what is she doing? Eating?
Eating.
Here's Claude. He's purring. What do you see, kitty? He's definitely much less shy now. He's so fluffy. Right? I wish I could hold him and the keyboard at the same time. He's a good boy. They like us more because we're warm. You can hear the purring. That's funny. ASMR. You can hear him purring. Huh? He loves us. Claude is very affectionate. Basil is too, but only at night. She like comes on the couch and we pet her. But she has to want it. We can't just pick her up. Claude, we can just pick him up. He doesn't want to leave. I gotta keep working, kitty. Wow, I wasn't expecting him to want to stay. Well, I'll type on my laptop, so I'll reach up and he can stay on my lap. Yeah, Claude, can you read the next entry? We're almost done with January anyways, so we'll just finish off January. But wow, you're being such a good boy. You like to be here? Every day they get more, like, affectionate. Eaton, thank you. Every day they, you know, I don't know. He's really good, though. He follows us around. He loves us. Okay, did I skip? Yeah, Sunday here. Now he's playing with the cord. Yeah, they have settled in. And I think they just have different personalities. Like, Basil loves us, but she's just not, like, she doesn't like being picked up. She's definitely more toy motivated, and Claude is food motivated. Like, they just have their own little personalities. It's funny. But Claude's been being a little bit of a bully lately to her. They like to lay on top of the stereo because it's warm, and she'll be sleeping on there, and he just jumps up and kind of steps on her, and then she leaves and he takes her spot. So I don't know what to do about that. He's kind of being mean to his sister. Sometimes she will swat at him, but most of the time she just leaves. It's sad. Okay, now I'm typing kind of far away, so I'm going to make mistakes. Oh, what are you doing? Now you like the sound of the clicking? I'll scroll down a little so you can see him. He's very cute. Sunday, January 27th, 1895. 18 degrees. Hi, kitty. My girl cat is the bully to her older brother. Yeah, I don't know if he's older or younger. But they're siblings, so. They were just so much smaller before, and they fit in those places together. Like, they used to cuddle on top of the stereo. Now, only one of them fits. Hi, Cheryl. You can just see my cat right now. He's sitting on me, so I'm capturing that. Oh, wrong thing. 18 degrees below zero, fair and cold. Went to the P.O. You leaving me? He's going on top of the desk. Don't knock my water over. Monday, January 28th. Don't drink my water. You have your own. That's his new thing. He's been drinking water out of cups. That's gross. Especially after you just ate your wet food. Ugh. Now that's all I can think about. I'll never leave water unattended anymore. Okay, he's gone. He's gone to play. Gone back up the cat tree. Ian built a cat tree. I actually made a video about it. I'm going to share it because he did such a good job. And the cats love it. 21 degrees below zero. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. That's awful. Went to school. Fair and cold. Yeah, she must mean something else by fair. I wouldn't call 21 degrees below fair. Ever. In any world. Especially in 1895 when they don't have, like, heat. Fair must mean it's just okay, yeah. That's miserable, though. Fair and cold. Went to school. Received a letter from HR. Do you think she's getting fired? She got a letter from HR. Maybe it means no wind or rain. Yeah, that's true. It could just mean, yeah. It could mean the landscape was pale from frost or snow. Yeah, or it could mean, like, it was just a clear day or something. Oh, I have to fix this. Yeah, Cheryl, we just started it today. It's an 1895 journal. I'm going to switch back to my keyboard now. I'm struggling with this. I moved it because it's usually on my lap, and Claude was on my lap. Okay. Wednesday. Oh, much easier. 18 degrees below zero. Went to school. Received a letter from Gertrude L. Another person, Gertrude L. Squeaky kitties. $18. I was like, what? Alright, so we're at the end of January. Let's see what the last January entry. Fair and warm. Went to, I guess that's a period. Went to school. Went for a walk. Warm. I wonder what warm means in this context. Yeah, add Gertrude to the list. A full first name. Woohoo. Maybe that's GL. If she ever says GL, it's probably, oh, that's your middle name. Nice. Okay, went for a walk, went riding. About, what was that?
What?
I just heard something fall or someone jump.
Oh.
6 miles. Received a letter from PF. Snowed in morning. I wonder what she means by riding. Like, is she riding a horse or is she riding a bike or in a carriage? I love looking at the old ads. Okay. What was I just gonna do? I feel like we have her, I don't know, we have her address somewhere in census data. And we could probably, I like that she puts actually the mileage, because we could probably, with all of that information, triangulate certain places. Like, oh, her church is 5 miles away from her house, so it must be this one, or, you know, whatever we're looking for. But, I mean, we also didn't really search. I haven't gone too deep looking for pictures of her yet. They were married in 1903. Maybe there's, I don't know. That's kind of early, I think, for there to be a picture, but we have articles about them. Wed at high noon. A pretty quiet wedding. Oh, we saw this, I think, when we were looking up in the Diary Detectives group, but the bridal couple took their place amid palms and ferns beneath a bell covered with smilax, I don't know what that is, and mistletoe, while an impressive ceremony was performed. Yeah. So, maybe she was well off. Okay. The bride was attired in a gown of white silk and carried a bunch of bride's roses. The groom holds a very responsible position with the Armor Institute of Chicago as an instructor of civil engineering. He is a young man of sterling character and is worthy of the high esteem in which he's held by his wide circle of friends. That's cool. He is to be congratulated in making so wise choice for a life companion. The bride has grown to womanhood in Waterloo and is highly respected by all who know her. After the holidays, Mr. and Mrs. Slippy will return to Chicago to make their future home. Okay, so they moved to Chicago, I think. I don't know. That's where it got confusing. And they will take with them the well wishes of a host of friends. Only the immediate relatives of the contracting parties were present. The out-of-town guests were Mr. and Mrs. Seth Newton, Wallace Newton, Lucinda Rue, W.A. Slippy. Okay. So there's some articles about them, but no pictures that we've found yet. We're just going to keep looking. Yeah, they move back. He gets another job. Yeah, because he becomes the mayor of Waterloo, so. Did we look her up in, let's say, like 18... She was born in around 1880, so we'll say like 1890 to... a yacht named Georgiana. Yeah, we're just gonna have to spend time. It just takes time. But anyways, that was a cool first month. We do have some partial names. We have some full names that maybe we can find by looking in the census. But mostly we just have a lot of questions like, who is PF? Gertrude L, HR. She definitely uses initials a lot. So, I'll be on again next Wednesday. I'm going to create an event. Oh, sorry, Ian, you texted me.
It's okay.
I heard the doorbell, though, so. Okay. I'm going to make a live. I like to schedule it because I think some people, it helps them get notifications. A lot of people joined tonight. That makes me happy. I'm excited. Next week, we're going to read February. I don't know what to name the event. What did I name it here? Reading a Diary from 1895. And I'll check. I can hear the Discord going off, so I'll check that when I make this. So we're going to start. What day is it? Next Wednesday. It only does the date, not the day of the week. The 22nd. Wait, is that, that's not Thanksgiving. That's the night before Thanksgiving. Is that not a good time for people? Should I do it on Tuesday next week? Because I know some people, like, Ian's going to probably be cooking.
Yes.
I don't want, like, if people are busy, I don't want to do it then. I might do it on Tuesday. Anyone have any objections or strong feelings either way? You have to bring your cats to the vet on Wednesday. Oh, that sucks. We've had to bring our cats to the vet a lot. I think I might just do it on Tuesday. Just that week. Yeah, Tuesday? Okay. Awesome, I'm going to do Tuesday. It probably won't always be Tuesdays. We could switch it, but I try to keep it consistent. So we'll do November 21st, 6 p.m. It does help me to know who's coming, and it helps you get notifications if you register. It's free. But hold on, let me, I gotta type what the description is. We're researching a diary from 1895, written by Georgiana Newton. Okay. It's created. It takes like a minute to pop up. So next week will be Tuesday. After that, we'll do Wednesdays again. I think I was doing Tuesdays before, but then I had a class on Tuesday. Now my class is on Monday. I don't know. All right. So I'll see you guys next week. If you want to register, that would be great. And then it'll make sure that you get notified because TikTok is really weird. Sometimes I'll go live and it won't tell people. Sometimes it will. Maybe check in with Diary Detectives to see if Wednesdays still work best in general. Yeah, that's true, because I could just switch it to Tuesdays, if that's better. We also need to schedule our next meeting. Our next video chat. All right, everybody. Thank you. I will see you next week. I'm glad we had a glitch-free live. Thanks, Audra. Take care, Micah. Christmas hat's mandatory. Yeah. If you celebrate Christmas. Oh, Claude, what are you doing under there? I gotta go get him out. He's under the desk. All right. Bye, everybody. Don't forget Discord. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me quickly look. Oh, that was Rachel sending me a wonderful list of everything we need to research. Jenny sent... Oh, we have a couple of things. Hold on. Let me go back up. Oh, my gosh. There's a lot. Sorry, guys. I missed that. Jen sent possible Mark Spencer's that she found on... Probably, it looks like Ancestry. If this is the right Gertrude, she's getting married July 31st. Ooh. What are you chewing? Should I check? Should I check if she gets married on July 31st in the diary? I can look. Okay, I'll check. I won't read the whole entry, though. Where the heck is it? It's really small. Oh. Here it is. July 31st. It's so tiny.
Basil's in the crate.
Claude's under the desk. being weird. Okay, what is it? July 31st? Okay.
Are you coming with me?
Probably not.
Okay.
When are you leaving? Like now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really that hungry.
Want me to bring you something back?
I don't know. Fair and warm. Went downtown to Allie's. Called on someone, Miller, Dora something, and Ann Belzer. Went to Allie's for supper, rode about 2 miles, went to Mr. Moore's. No, there's not really anything about her friend getting married, but it doesn't mean that it's not her. Yeah, it is so tiny. I can't even see you guys what you see right now, but yeah, it's itty bitty. All right, well, we'll find out more. It could be this. It could be Gertrude, the one that we're talking about. I feel like back then weddings were less of a giant thing too. Or the wedding date could be off too. I don't know. Okay, let's see. There was more in the Discord though. Things we remember about Waterloo, Iowa. Oh, it's a Facebook page. Looks like the posts have stopped since 2014, but has lots of pictures. Okay, we'll go through that. This could be Mark Spencer. Tell Ian to just pick something to bring home. You need to eat. Yeah. Maybe I don't want to go. I kind of want to stay home. Where are you going? Chili's? Mm-hmm. I don't even know what kind of food they have there that I want. Rice.
Rice, okay. Alright. I'll be home in like an hour.
Okay. Tell Dan. Wait. Bring him that book.
What book?
The Salvador Dali book.
Where is it?
It's on the coffee table.
On the coffee
The
table?
bottom. Yeah. Tell him it's a gift. Okay. Oh, a dentist. Okay, so this could be Mark Spencer. Oops. All right. And then we have Rachel's list. So the diary detectives will work on, and I will work on researching all these people and places during the week. And then next week, maybe we'll have some more information to share, and we'll definitely have more entries to read. So it was good to hang out with you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being awesome. And I'll see you next week. Bye, Rachel. Bye, Micah. I agree, Nikki. Great start. I'm excited. Bye-bye.